What up, guys? Yeah, today we've got something a little different. We're not going with just a straight traditional beer. We're going with a Michelada, or as the Modelo ones call it, Chelada. And these things have really picked up in popularity. And I've never had one straight out of a can. Now, a Michelada at like a bar that knows what they're doing is fantastic. I mean, it's so refreshing. And I actually, when I do that at the bar, I almost always go with the Tecate. I really like the taste of the Tecate with a really solidly made Michelada. It's like, you know, if you just don't want the Bloody Mary, but you just want a little bit of that beer taste to it. Yeah, it's great. It's so good. Can't say I've had it out of the can. It's never been super appeasing to me. Like when the cans really started, I think maybe it was like the Budweiser ones and that I first kind of started to see, and just like tomato juice, beer, ugh. But then I had the actual cocktail. It's like, this is actually really good. But still, I've been reluctant to try these, but since they're so all over the place, I figured I'd crack into some of these and just see maybe there's one that's good. And so we'll go with the Modelo. And there's even some spicier ones. There's a Diablo, I believe. I'll get into those eventually. But all right, let us pour this out. Of course, I like my Micheladas, my Bloody Marys, spicy. We'll see what this is like. Of course, some of the Bloody Marys, they're going a little over the top with the garnishes now. You'll see ones with like hamburgers and like hot dogs hanging out of it. I was at a place in Wisconsin, in Milwaukee, and there was a big old hunk of something in it. I thought it was butter. It looked like somebody just hacked off a piece of butter into it. And a buddy tried it, and he even said it was butter. It was actually a giant hunk of cheese. I mean, solid hunk of cheese, which is funny. But why he thought it was butter, I don't know. But I don't know. It's that carbonation dies real fast. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Let's get in the review and get into the smell. It definitely smells like tomato juice. It smells like a can, like you just opened up a can of Campbell's and you poured it into the pot. Not getting a whole bunch of the beer aroma. Yeah, it just tastes like, it smells like straight condensed tomato soup with a hint of pepper. And that's really all I'm getting. I'm not getting any kind of beer aroma, which is okay. I mean, you smell a Michelada. You're not getting a whole bunch of beer at the top. I did have a Bloody Mary maybe a couple years ago where they put Guinness in it. That was a nice little kind of additive on the top. But it smells fine. You know, you're drinking a tomato-based beer. So I don't know if this has the alcohol content readily. Of course, it's got that font. No, it's like impossible to read. It's impossible to read. All right, this is 3.5%. So a good breakfast beer. But it smells like, I guess, it smells tomatoey. That's a start. It doesn't smell chemically or fake or anything. So I'll give it a thumbs up on the smell. But all right, let's get into the taste. Surprisingly, not terrible. To be perfectly honest. Actually, that's not bad. I wish it was a little thicker, but that's just, I like the natural, the tomato-y thing. That's actually, so if just a personal preference, I wish it was a little thicker. It's kind of like drinking orange juice from concentrate versus the pulp stuff. Personal preference. Taste is not bad, to be perfectly honest. There's still enough carbonation in it. It tastes okay. It's I could use a little more pepper in it. Again, personal thing. Which makes me think I might really like the Diablo one. But this is not bad. And chilled, it's great. So I was in Las Vegas probably like last year, and I went to the Chelada restaurant. I've always, anybody that's watched any dude that's watched the Food Network only watched the Food Network, a couple years ago because Chelada was on it. It's, you'd flip to the channels, you're like, whoa, hello there, what have we here? And so you'd watch this, like, yes, I like this Italian. Yes. But yeah, so she has a restaurant in Vegas, and I went to it. Ooh, man, I was not feeling great that morning. But I got the Bloody Mary. I gotta admit, that was like sorry, Giada, but that was like the worst Bloody Mary I've ever freaking had. I was like, it was room temperature, and that's what killed it for me. I mean, they fresh squeezed the tomato and all that stuff. That's fine and good, but it was mundane, it was blah, and it was room temperature. None of it worked, especially hungover. But then you're in Vegas and you're getting a Bloody Mary. You're gonna be hungover drinking that, and it hurts my soul a little bit to say that that about her and the restaurant, but it's like that was disappointing. It's like, a Bloody Mary in Vegas should not be room temperature and blah. But this Modelo is not blah. It's not bad. It is not bad. Again, surprising. You have to be in a mood for a tomato-based drink. You're not just going to be like, Chelada. I wonder what that is. That's not going to work. But for this, it is not bad at all. The smell's on point. There might be a hint too much salt in it for me. I do get that salt lime kind of thing at the tip of my tongue. Some places you go to that do Bloody Marys, I've had them where they just go way overboard with the lime, and it's like it's tart. It's like you need a hint of lime. Too much lime, and it just my tongue hurts. So yeah, I'm gonna recommend it on the taste. This is not bad. This is again, surprisingly not bad. I'd say thicker, but you'd get a little worried if you're pouring a thing out of a can and it's like oatmeal coming out. You'd be like, ugh. So yeah, this is not bad. Not bad at all. All right, next category is value for price. This is cheap, man. This is. I mean, I'm pretty sure this was under $2, and if it wasn't, it was just barely over. So I mean, you're getting a tall boy. Even if it is just 3.5% alcohol, I mean, you're getting 2 beers worth, or you're getting a 7% beer in here. So, yeah, value for price. It's good stuff. I'll recommend it for that. All right, next category is drinkability. And yeah, this is a... Of course, I don't have a lot of experience with the can version of the can cocktail, so I don't have a lot of stuff to compare it to. So I might just be overblowing this one, and when in reality it's not good. But for somebody that hasn't had a lot of these or any out of the can, I'm enjoying it. And drinkability, when you just don't feel like making it, because making it yourself is going to require too much attention. It's drinkability is good, man. I recommend it on that. Next category is distinction, and I mean, it's definitely not distinct, but so I'll give it a half for this. You're not really, I don't know, maybe you do want it to stand out a little bit, but I mean, it's kind of it's basically a run-of-the-mill mass-produced lager. And really, I feel like for something like this, all you can possibly hope for is it doesn't taste like metal, it doesn't taste chemically, and you can actually taste the legitimate tomato base, and it's not just like funky. I feel like that's what you get with this. It checks off all the boxes, really. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be cheap, so I promise it's probably just tomato-based concentrate mixed in with the Modelo. I mean, I could see them just pouring in the giant thing of Campbell's soup into or the Mexican version of Campbell's soup into the Modelo batch. So, distinction, probably not, but it's not terrible, so I'll give it a half for that. But yeah, this was that. And the last category is would I buy it again? And surprisingly, I think I might. I was really kind of going into this expecting the worst. I was kind of just like, this is going to be gross. This is going to be just, ugh. It's like buying a margarita mix. That's just pure sugar. It's a pure headache waiting to happen. I was actually at a bar last night, and they had a margarita named for Hemingway. I just kind of felt like, I feel like a margarita is the last possible drink Hemingway was going to drink. I mean, that guy was out, would obviously kick him back, but Hemingway and a margarita? That doesn't seem accurate. But, I don't know why I started going off of that. But yeah, the kit margaritas, terrible. And so I just kind of, I was anticipating like a kit Michelada. And, I mean, it basically is. But the taste isn't bad. I mean, it'll always taste better if you have it freshly made, but for just straight out of a can, it's not bad. And I could easily add in my own hot sauce or pepper to kind of kick things up a notch, so that wouldn't be a problem at all. But straight out of the can, not bad at all. You could probably just put a giant straw into it. But so yeah, I actually think I would buy it again. So sure, I'll recommend it for that. And honestly, this Modelo Chelada, I'm probably rating higher than the actual Modelo beer. I think this particular thing works very well. And so, yeah, check it out. If you haven't had any of these before, if you've never had a Michelada before, give it a whirl. I'd say, go to a legitimate restaurant to get one, and those are great. But this, in a pinch, not bad either. So, yeah, that is the review for Modelo Chelada. What do you think? Do you guys like a good beer Michelada cocktail? Let me know in the comments, and let me know if you do, which one's your favorite canned version. But yeah, so that's it. Like, subscribe, check out the blog, check out the podcast, all that stuff. But so for myself and for Modelo Chelada, take it easy.